Hi all. You are on the Software Developer blog channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. In this video, we will look at the mistakes that almost all beginners make when they decide to learn programming. The first mistake I wanted to bring up is not taking the time to learn. Many people think that they just went to a course, bought a book, started watching videos, but I'm studying. Well, as if after some time they should become programmers, but no, it doesn't work that way. In order for you to become a programmer, you need to spend a lot of time on it, especially at the initial stage. Therefore, you need to think and decide how many hours per week or per day you are willing to devote to programming and what exactly you will sacrifice to do programming. I understand that no one wants to sacrifice for anything, but human life is designed in such a way that in order to achieve success you need to give up something. It is unlikely that you will be able to not give up anything and find 2 or 4 hours a day for programming. And therefore, giving up some activity that you enjoy will provide an opportunity to devote more time to programming. Perhaps now you won't be able to spend evenings with friends, you can watch fewer TV shows in the evening, etc. Perhaps programming will fascinate you so much that you yourself will spend time on it, not paying attention to anything else. But it's possible, especially if your desires are not so strong, that you will simply spend too little time on this matter. Second mistake. Today, the threshold for entry into any programming profession is higher than it was 5 years ago. Because the requirements for the profession have grown very much, and no one needs programmers who only know how to, for example, design websites or know only one technology and do not want to learn and follow market trends. We need to understand it properly. Today there are a lot of frameworks and libraries, and the approach to software development has changed. Therefore, do not overestimate your knowledge, thinking that you still don't know it. You will have to learn and deal with something new all the time. This is quite a difficult job. The third mistake is the fear of mistakes. Yes, people are afraid of mistakes and worry that they won't be able to succeed. The programmer's mindset assumes that no problem is unsolvable. All problems can be solved. The only question is time. Any problem can be solved and a suitable language or framework can be found. You just need to spend more time on it. Therefore, assume that you will do this work anyway. Yes, it may take a long time, but just don't give up. Being a programmer is worth trying different approaches. Therefore, if you are afraid of mistakes, afraid of trying something new, then you will never make a programmer. Because learning to be a programmer is all about figuring something out, and at first it doesn't work out, and then after a few hours or days you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Therefore, do not be afraid, push in any direction that seems right, and everything will work out. The fourth mistake is when a person cannot admit to himself that programming is not suitable for him. Quite often, those who have started studying programming find themselves in a situation where they chose this profession, for example, because of the high salary, because programmers they know earn a lot, or for some other reason. The only criterion that determines whether you become a programmer or not is whether you like it or not. That's it, there are no other options. Remember that everyone is responsible for their own decisions. You should choose a profession because you like it. And if you like programming, then please be a good programmer. This means loving your job, studying hard, and then you will succeed. If you don't really want to do this, then you shouldn't start, because the time will come when you will get tired and quit it. The fifth mistake is the approach to learning. One single action is very important here: practice and practice again. No video, no course, no book will stay in your head until you do it in practice. I would even recommend trying to do something yourself first, and then watching a video or reading documentation, or doing it in parallel. Best practice will only come to you with practice. But you shouldn't take this as an extreme and forget about reading the theory and books. I would recommend spending 80% of your time on practice and only 20% on theory. It's easier to read the theory when you've already figured out how it works in practice. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. Until we meet again, bye.